Wednesday.
We are Insights at the She Shed.
We are in the She Shed.
Woohoo! She Shed's fun. Okay, so today from the She Shed, we will be discussing Illinois disclosures. Well, actually, all disclosures. Whether you're selling your home or if you're buying a home, you will receive these pamphlets early on in the whole deal. Before you even sign a contract to sell, you need to read these disclosures and fill out forms.
Yes, or in also buying, you really want to familiarize.
Before you make an offer.
Yeah, before you make
an
an offer.
You want to see the forms that the seller filled out.
Yes.
So Jamie, we'll start with you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Although, Jeannie, aren't they the forms required for...
Yes, we require the forms for the mortgages. Anything that's on the sales contract, we need to see.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you know, when it's all filled out and signed and, you know, you're sending your contract over, we send the disclosures as well to the mortgage company because they want to make sure it was all filled out.
But these that are signed by all parties.
But these pamphlets you get to keep. These are not the disclosures. These
explain
This is
disclosures and safety and whatever.
Yes.
Right.
So I'm going to start with property disclosure. So Illinois requires you by law as a seller to disclose anything that you know is wrong with your home, if there's any defects or health and safety issues. And that could be like if you know about past flooding, have you gotten water in your basement before? Are you in a flood zone? You know, kind of stuff like that.
We're really on flooding right now.
On flooding, yeah. Well, you know.
We're focused on flooding.
Yeah, well, everybody's, you know, the snow's melting.
Well, you know, but electrical problems.
Yeah,
your windows are half falling out.
Yes,
you know,
cracks in foundation or foundational issues that you might have. Even if you don't have a basement, do you know about something in like the concrete slab of your home? Things like that. So that's required to be disclosed to the buyer. Yes, and there's a form you fill out on your own.
So you don't have to guess these questions.
Nope.
It's a questionnaire that you as a seller fill out.
Yes, and you write yes, no, or does not apply, and that would be like if you had if you don't have well and septic, it's on there, but you would put, you know, that it doesn't apply because you don't have one.
Yes. Right.
Like fireplace, too.
Fireplaces,
thought about fireplaces,
right? If you don't have a fireplace,
so it's a whole questionnaire, but the seller fills it out.
Yes.
Signs it.
Yes. And then once all of the forms really, then the buyer also sells it and
signs it.
Signs it.
Yes.
And then also the buying agent is also required, selling agent, which, you know, whoever is representing the buyer would also be required to sign them.
Right, so everybody involved knows everything. Okay, so that's Illinois disclosure. Then we have a radon pamphlet that we give you to read all about radon and radon safety. And this also comes with a disclosure for the seller to fill out, saying, do they know that they have high levels of radon in their house, if it's been tested before. If it hasn't been tested, then their answer might be no, or I don't know, or whatever. But again, the seller fills out the form, the questionnaire, and then the buyer reads it and signs it. So radon, you need to read up on radon and see how you feel about it.
And understand
what it means.
Where it comes in from your house and how it works.
Right. And radon's really become a big issue in just the past, I don't know, maybe 10, 20 years, because our houses are getting tighter, and so radon seems to be, the levels seem to be getting higher in homes because they're so sealed. Yes. So that's radon.
Okay, and the last one we're going to talk about is lead-based paint. This is required for any home over the age or back prior to 1978. Sorry, couldn't figure out their words there. Backwards or forwards. And that's because of peeling paint, because lead-based paint is very hazardous. If children eat it, it's toxic. They could die. Animals eat it, same thing. And it's actually sweet tasting. So believe it or not, you would think your child would not eat paint, but they do because it tastes sweet. Same with an animal. So it's very important to read this and take care of, you know, this and fill out the disclosure if the home is older than 1978, or if you have an inkling that it is older paint. You know, for whatever reason.
Maybe you went and bought old paint somewhere. I don't know.
Right. But I have to, when you read through it, if it's sealed correctly, even if it's older paint, you know, you don't necessarily have to switch out your paint. If it's chipping in any way, then you would have to do that.
Brochures.
Yes, and I do have to say though that if you want copies of any of these disclosures, or you want more questions answered specifically, contact one of them, and they can go through it with you, show it to you, meet with you, go through it so you understand what it's all about.
As you know, we are more than happy.
Yes. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.